good. I'm really excited to be here and thank you for inviting me on.
I appreciate you being here. How did you get into challenges?
Well, so I've been doing real life events for a really long time. So a long, long time ago in my 20s, I founded a pay what you want um, volunteer nonprofit bicycle repair shop in Atlanta, where I was living at the time. And one of the many things that I did was I booked all of our bike races, which were definitely not legal, and our benefit shows. Yeah, it was a kind of bike race where there were checkpoints around the city. And so like we would go to tattoo shops and you'd have to like get the matching tattoo. So I know it's crazy, right? Like looking back on it, I'm like, I don't know how we got away with this, but and benefit parties and art shows. And eventually I moved to New York and became a full-time DJ. So my whole life in real life has been very, very events oriented. Um, and then, you know, life happened, married, kids, got to figure something out online, COVID, blah, blah, blah. So I've been doing online events kind of like off the cuff, like because I feel like it, because I just kind of have an idea and I'm like, let's do this. And things have gone pretty well. So now it's put it all on the table like that. So kind of most recently, I had a job for a little while with a multifamily real estate investing firm that had a coaching program. So they hired me to direct the program for a little while. And so I built them out a 3-day challenge, a find, fund, and run multifamily challenge, ran it for them, did everything. And the thing made them like $50,000 in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll take
So
it.
right? Not too shabby. And I've also had instances, not necessarily with the 3-day challenge, but with other sorts of events. I helped one friend of mine, she did 54K on a pre-recorded course, actually. Yeah,
Wow.
she had a Facebook group of 20,000 plus. It was Black nurse entrepreneurs. So like very focused niche, right? And a huge, very involved community. And it was during COVID. And the course was on like how to create your own independent COVID testing site. So it was like that magic of like right time, right place, right offer kind of thing, but there was like a whole progression of like getting used to charging for your time, first of all, like being okay with charging for helping people, and then moving into like one to one, then one to many, and then finally selling the pre-recorded thing. So I've been like on all sides of this. And then lately, after I left the job, I decided, you know what, I'm going to take this show on the road. And I'm going to work. I have a tech partner. Her name's Katie. She does all the tech because I don't touch the tech. It's a bad idea. So we've been helping entrepreneurs with their 3-day challenges. They're not all challenges, by the way. It can be an extravaganza. One of them was, and another one was a Samhain, like witchy Halloween kind of event thing too, which was not a challenge. They built altars. It was cute. So we've been helping with 3-day challenges, and so we're churning out like all of this collateral, like um templates and just like examples of things, emails, sales copy. I do a lot of the copywriting. So we've got like I've got a 30-day calendar of promo content, and then like the content that goes in the Facebook group, because usually like the action happens in a Facebook group. The email sequence afterwards, because your cart is still open, because I'm assuming we're selling something. So there's just like so much that's pre-written, and I have examples, lots and lots of examples, because I've worked with a bunch of people. So I have that as sort of like a package, right? So I can be like, hey, if you don't want me to do it for you, here's a thing. We can kind of talk about what that looks like later. Do you want me to get into the presentation? I have this like presentationified, but
Yes, please.
okay, we'll do that then. All right. Do I have sharing? Yes, I do.
Yes.
That's great. Okay. Share the screen and we'll go to This one here, share. No, not share, present. Present. Okay, so how to launch your offer with a 3-day challenge with me and Katie, who's here in spirit today. Let's go. Oh, look, I drew on it by accident. How'd I do that? Anyway, oh, no, is that my screen? Anyway, Erica's laughing at me now. So we're going to cover what is a 3-day challenge, why a 3-day challenge, how to create your challenge concept, how to promote on social media, how to sell with ease and joy, and then you can ask me anything. So hi, I'm Rachael, and now you already know I'm a co-founder, a nonprofit co-founder and director, a DJ, a mom of 2, got a teenager and a first grader. If you're into human design, my type is manifesting generator. If you're into astrology, I'm a Taurus, so I'm on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini, and I live in South Florida. And Katie is known as the tech goddess. So 3-day challenges, how we help coaches and consultants launch high ticket offers. So what is a 3-day challenge? And see, this is the one where I made the $50,000 for the people I was working with for a hot minute. It's a launch vehicle. It's one of many. There's all kinds of launch vehicles. You know this because you're in the virtual summiteers group. There are summits, webinars, live events. There are 5-day challenges. There's all different ways you can launch a high ticket offer. This is just one of them that I happen to like. You can think of it like a high ticket lead magnet. That was something that just kind of opened my mind about it conceptually. You can have your PDF and that might upsell a low ticket offer. But if we want to get into something like, big money, a high ticket lead magnet is the way to go. It's also a pop-up community. The community aspect is super crucial. The more you build a sense of community during the event, the more likely people are to buy into the offer, which probably has some kind of community component attached to it. If you're in a service-based kind of business, especially in like coaching and consulting world. And so what it looks like is there's an intro day. So that's like day 0. Then we have 3 days of tasks. And then during those 3 days of tasks in the morning, you're going to put out a pre-recorded video that says, okay, welcome to the challenge. Today's task 1. Here's what you can expect. And here's what you're going to do. And you have your community members in the challenge go do something that they can do with their existing knowledge in like 15 minutes. That's going to create like a quick win and open the door to conversation later. So you're not going to lecture up front because people find that boring. So get them to take action. Then you're going to give them feedback in the Facebook group. They'll come back to the post. They'll say, oh, this is what I realized, or these are my results. And then you'll come in and say, well done on today's task. Have some interaction with them. Then you're going to go live later. And this is where you do the talking. You let them ask you anything, the AMA, ask me anything, which is something that's like really popular on Reddit. And I think other platforms should do it more, just like allow people to ask you what they actually want to know. And then finally, during the third Ask Me Anything on day 3, you open up the sales window and you can have that open until the following Friday. You might do, and I like to do this on a Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, the main tasks. So the cart opens on Thursday. You might have a fast action bonus that expires that night. You might have a fast action bonus that expires Wednesday or Sunday. I like to do a value add rather than, you can do a special pricing discount, but it's nice to have value adds instead of like, knocking the price way down. Okay, so why a 3-day challenge? You can automate and pre-schedule so much. So I know Erica likes this part because a lot of it is dependent upon email and a lot of it's dependent upon the Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, there's plenty, most of the content, most of the posts can be pre-scheduled. You can't pre-schedule a live. You can as an event, but what I mean is you have to show up and deliver the live, and you have to show up and, be active in the comments. And if you've got a VA or you got an assistant, you can have them log in as your business profile and help you comment as well as you. And you can repeat and scale. So because it's based on email and Facebook group, you can download even more data than you might think from a Facebook group. It on the surface will give you kind of like a short version of who are your most active members and the most popular posts, but there's actually a way to download more data from your Facebook group. So you can look at all the data and analytics and use that to know, okay, we got, lots and lots of people in, but they registered, but only 30% converted to the Facebook group. Why didn't some of them get into the Facebook group? Was it the messaging? Was it the email? Was it the thank you page? And so you can find where things didn't work and where they did work, so you can work it out better for the next time. It builds your email list because you're having people register. So it's just a great list building activity. It builds know, like, and trust. And this one's funny because why 3 days? Because 5 days is too long. I asked my Facebook group a while ago, what's your honest opinion about 5-day challenges? And the gist of the overall trending answer was 5-day challenges are too long, but we like 3-day challenges. So I was like, okay, noted. Let's see. So your challenge concept, how do we come up with your challenge concept? We want to know who it's for and what level they're at. So it may be for people who want to do live events, but are you doing it for people who have never done a live event before, or for people who are already doing live events to scale their live events? So you got to decide, like, am I doing something that talks to everybody, like getting leads from LinkedIn? You can be at any level and learn more about lead generation. But for some other things, you might want to consider, like, this is really for beginners or advanced in this topic. And what do they want to know? And what's stopping them from getting started with your thing? And so I like to reverse engineer from your offer, because that's the whole point, right? Like, let's just be real. We want to sell our stuff at the end of this. So we want it to be a compelling thing that delivers your participants to, like, oh, duh, I should buy this offer. Like, obviously, this is the no-brainer thing I need to do next. So you got to know who your ideal client is and their challenges and what they want to know. So here's a screenshot from one of our landing pages we created for a client who is she's a business lawyer, and she's also into the Akashic Record, and she likes to go deep into the Akashic Record to find out who you truly are before all the life experience and biases and things like that happen. Find out who you truly are at the core, and then apply that to your business practice so everything is aligned. That's her thing. So we put right on the site, on her landing page, are you an entrepreneur seeking alignment, flow, and spiritual harmony in your business? We're just going to speak directly to who it's for. Seems obvious, but needs to be said. Okay, so how do you create your challenge concept? What are you going to do for the 3 days? There's a couple of ways you could go about it. If you've got a 3-part framework, for example, like the real estate investing firm, find, fund, and run multifamily. So that's what we did. We did a snippet of find, a snippet of fund, and a snippet of run up for each day. So people could get a sense of, okay, these are the things we're going to learn about. And then sort of the plot twist was, well, multifamily investing is a team effort versus flipping houses, which is usually you wear all the hats. But when you're in multifamily, you have to build a team, and you can't do it all, and you're not going to do it all. So it's okay if you didn't like something. You're going to come into this program, learn it all, but find partners who are going to do the things that you don't like to do. Or you can help people just get started. So if you are working with people who are new, say they're new to live video, they've never done live video before, you can help them just go live for the very first time. So you can do an initial inventory. Do you have the right tech to go live? Do you have a Facebook profile? Do you can help people like, with the lighting and make sure they feel confident. And then you can give them a script of what to say, for example. And so it's just like a little itty bitty piece of the bigger picture of what you'll be offering them in your offer. Okay. So promoting on social media, even before you have your landing page, before you figured it all out, you can even use teaser content to help you figure it out. So you can drop hints. You can say things like, big announcement coming on Monday. Who wants to be tagged in this post? You can write things like, I'm thinking about doing a 3-day event for blah, blah, blah people. Who's interested? Raise your hand. So there's all sorts of ways to engage your audience before you're even ready to open the doors to registration. Live video. So here's another one of our clients, and she loves to do live video. So she would just get on Facebook and go live and talk about her event. And as you can see from the engagement numbers here, I mean, that's not vanity metrics. That's really real. These are people who are really interested in what she had to offer. Oh, and her event converted at 10%. And then how to promote on social media? Oh, origin story. So I love to use an origin story to really launch registration. So here's an example of one client. And I usually write these posts for people. They'll just like give me their backstory and I'll kind of zhuzh it up. So we can see like these get crazy, crazy attention. So here's the whole thing. And I wanted to point out, so we tell her story. It's like the hero's journey. Like, I was doing this and I didn't like this about it. And this was the struggle. And this is the thing that changed everything. And then my dream life happened. And that's why I made this event that I wish I could have gone to all those years ago. I made it for you because I want you to have this success faster, da 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 da. And then here at the end, interested, drop me a keyword in the comments and I'll invite you, because that allows you to really rack up the engagement. Congrats, dream life. That was the keyword. Well, hope to see you there. Here's the link. And another nice thing about these stories is that it really connects with people. And so you'll also just get really nice comments. And these are the kinds of things that you can screenshot and use as social proof. Okay, so let's get to the selling part. I love sales. Most people hate sales. I think selling is so fun. So my assumption is that you've got clarity and confidence about your offer, because a 3-day challenge or any kind of event is not going to take the place of you having a compelling offer for the right people. So I like to, because we're reverse engineering it, as we get started, the offer should be like a natural, logical, emotionally compelling next step in the journey. It should just fit right in with, okay, now what? Well, this offer. And you can say things like, if you enjoyed this and you want more, buy the thing. And so that it's not salesy in that gross kind of, ew, I don't want to be sold that kind of way. It's like, well, yes, of course. Like, this is where there's more where that came from. Here it is. And people will anticipate and ask for the offer. So that's what happened with the multifamily investing 3-day challenge, where people were messaging the host and just asking her straight up, like, hey, I know an offer is coming. I'm ready. Where is it? I want it now. And then, so some insider sales tips. So your challenge group is full of data about your ideal client. You've got their demographics. You have access to their Facebook profiles. If you really want to go deep and look at all of them, you can find out everything about who they are. And then you get their psychographics. And so also on the first day, when you do your introductions post, they're going to introduce themselves. So they're going to tell you, they're going to lay it all out there. Then as you move through the tasks, they're going to tell you all their emotions and fears and hopes and dreams. So that's stuff that you can build into your content and your offers. And you're going to find out what words they use to describe what you do. Because when you're an expert on your thing, you probably use industry terms, you use elevated language about it. But people at the beginning of the journey, they do not. They have another lexicon for it, probably. So this will tell you what words and phrases and how they're saying it, which is how you want to write your copy. You're writing copy, so they look at it and go, oh, that's me. I see myself in this copy. Plus, you get results and social proof you can use next time. So people are going to have quick wins and they're going to post about it like, oh my God, I had this realization. And you can screenshot all of that. And what I like to do is I have on my camera roll in my phone, I have separate folders or like albums for screenshots for different events and different offers and things. And I just sort it into where it belongs. So the next time I need to make a landing page or I need to do a post about it, I go right to that photo album and there I have choices. Okay, so an invitation to you. I'm thinking of doing a 3-day challenge live beta course. I thought it would start December 7th, but I'm really open. 6 weeks with weekly Zooms. You would learn our whole system. You get all the templates. You get even more support in a private Facebook group. And that would be $497. And you can sign up at 3daychallenge.com, or you can message me if you're interested. And basically, if I get a group big enough that wants to do it, we'll do it. But I also wanted to mention another thing that's new and old at the same time, because it's like what I've been doing without even realizing it. And so I'm calling it raging visibility. What I was trying to say was raising visibility, but the coach I was working with, we were on Zoom. I've got Invisalign. I said raising. She heard raging. And I was like, you know what? I like that. So it's Raging Visibility one-to-one consulting. It's for you if you're looking to raise your visibility online and get more eyeballs on your services without the social media overwhelm, so you can sell more of your stuff to your raging fan base. So what it looks like is 4, 2, or 1 hour you and me sessions per month for the duration, and unlimited Messenger or WhatsApp access. So you can ask me anything at any time. I'll keep my eye on what you're doing and send you suggestions for social media content. Sometimes I'll just write it for you. If we need to repackage or reposition your offer, I'll help you with that. And if I have any templates or any copy already pre-written that's relevant, I'll just send it to you. And proper butt kickings as needed to keep you on track. So how it works is you say, I'm in, let's rock. We'll schedule our first meeting. On our first call, we'll map out your whole strategy. I'll give you your homework. You'll get to work. I'll keep an eye on what you're doing. I'll send suggestions and ideas, and you can message me anytime, and we will do that through the duration of our engagement. So you can just message me if you're interested in that. And let's go back to this one. And then that brings us to... Well, it brings us to the Ask Me Anything portion of this talk. So I'm going to stop the share because don't need to share it. And we will go to the chat. Okay, yes, the recording will be available, right, Erica?
That's right. So right now we are live streaming, but I did notice that it's not live streaming everywhere. So right now the live stream is only in Facebook. But after we're finished, I will re-upload it. It will live stream again, and you can just go to it in the Talk Virtual YouTube channel and look under the playlist Masterclass. Also, while there, Rachael did another talk for us about community. So if you didn't know by now, Rachael is a wealth of great information. So that was it for my part.
Want to see something else I'm working on?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me do a quick screen share again. So let's go to LinkedIn, and you guys are welcome to connect with me on literally any platform you like. I like to get busy on LinkedIn personally. And okay, so come on, here we go. Doe. Where did it go? My latest post, Erica, where I drew out the schematics for Nigel. Show all posts. That'll do it. You're kidding me. Okay. I know what I'll do. It's a feedback loop that has to do with LinkedIn audio. Have you guys done LinkedIn audio? It's kind of like Clubhouse if you ever did Clubhouse. And it is
Not yet.
Yeah, I've done LinkedIn Auto. It's pretty cool.
It's great. And you get like all sorts of people that like I find it's one of the best ways for me to find new people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here, let me do this. Share. Right. So you do the LinkedIn audio, but then where do people go after, right? They kind of scatter. So if you make a companion LinkedIn group and you tell people on the LinkedIn audio, hey, if you enjoyed this conversation, you want to keep it going, you want to keep networking with people that are in our audio session, join the LinkedIn group. Then you can get people's contact information. So if you make it a private group, and then you put in like the group rules, by joining this group, you're giving us permission to collect your contact information. So you get their contact information and you pop it into some email marketing. You could have a landing page with the email marketing as well. So that's going to get new leads that way, or new people. You get new people into the audio. You might even get new people into the group directly. And it's the email marketing, you can send them to the audio, you can send them to the group, either way. So you get this vortex of keeping your audio people close to you. So hopefully they will buy your stuff. So another example of what I'm doing in my new offer, Raging Visibility. Because let me tell you, I was telling Erica this earlier. I can't sell people something that is not really going to benefit them. So if someone comes to me and they're like, I want to do your 3-day challenge course. And I'm like, you know what? Facebook is not your audience. Your people are on LinkedIn. Some like B2C works great on Facebook because you got just people buying stuff. But if you've got a B2B kind of offer, like branding, for example, that I think your people really are on LinkedIn. Your higher level decision makers who are going to be able to pony up $3,000 for branding. Unlike like the solo entrepreneur of Facebook, they don't have that kind of money. I'm telling you now. So that's where the raging visibility offer comes from, is being able to work personally with you so we can look across the whole social media, the whole digital landscape, even real life. I'm working with someone on a real life summit in Toronto, all the way from Florida, and look at all of your options and go, okay, this is where I want to find my people. And then we work out the schematics. And what I like to do is make sure that like each little bit of what we're doing reinforces something else. So it's not just sort of like a shot in the dark, spray and pray kind of social media. Because I'm a big believer in the 80-20 rule. 20% of your effort is probably responsible for 80% of your results. Yeah. So let's keep it simple and work smarter, not harder. That's my soapbox.
It's a good soapbox.
Thank you.
I appreciate you sharing that great information. I have questions, but I only want to ask questions after we have stopped going live. And yes, for the people who are watching the live stream, I know it's not going everywhere, but I kind of want to say you should have joined us on Zoom. So with that, I'm going to ask Rachael to tell us her favorite social media platform so you can find her later.
Sure. So I hang out a lot on LinkedIn, and you can find me there, Rachael Spiewak. And you can probably find the spelling for all of that on the post that goes with wherever you're watching this video. And you can find me on Facebook as well, Instagram, whatever you like.
All right. So the replay will be on Talk Virtual's YouTube channel under the playlist Masterclass. And if you want to see more brilliant people like Rachel, you have to join us on the Virtual Summiteers peer group. And with that, I am going to say goodbye to everybody watching on the live stream.